Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. I'm confident that the Bachelor Season 29 star Grant Ellis is too stressed to choose between Juliana Pasquarosa and Lisha Gare, and I feel he'll end up alone as a result. Grant, a 31-year-old day trader from Newark, New Jersey, selected Juliana, a 28-year-old client service associate from Newton, Massachusetts, and Lisha, a 31-year-old venture investor from Salt Lake City, Utah, as his final two women. However, as the show has hinted throughout the season, Grant still hasn't decided which woman he wants to propose to. Grant has made great bonds with Juliana and Lisha throughout the Bachelor Season 29. When he was a participant on Jen Tran's Bachelorette season, he stated that his life goal was to become a spouse and father. Grant was determined to realize his aim of becoming involved in his own Bachelor season after spending his entire life as a lone wolf. However, Grant's degree of tension leads me to believe that the Bachelor Season 29 did not go as planned. During Grant's Bachelor Season 29 Fantasy Suites episode, he informed Juliana that he was falling for her, yet he told Lisha, "I love you." He did not show any emotions of love for Zoe McGrady, whom he sent home at the rose ceremony following his fantasy suite dates. Juliana and Lisha both responded to Grant's remarks, with Juliana telling him she was falling in love with him, and Lisha repeating those three words. However, when Grant told Juliana and Lisha how he was feeling, he became tremendously stressed. "I couldn't believe it when he told me he was getting engaged in a week, but didn't know who he was going to propose to." I believe Grant's indecision led to him realizing that, like so many bachelors before him, he was caught up in the moment, but instead of making the mistake of getting engaged to someone he wasn't sure about, Grant could have walked away from both women and left the show alone. Before the rose ceremony in Grant's Fantasy Suites episode, he started to spiral. "I gasped when he told Lisha he loved her, but I couldn't believe it when he hinted that he regretted it, saying that he wished he had waited a little longer." Grant confessed that while he loved Lisha, he was also much in love with Juliana. He then asked if he should stop there and chose Lisha, or if he should continue pursuing Juliana, who he claimed to have deep feelings for. The fact that Grant considered terminating the Bachelor Season 29 early and picking Lisha, but did not, could indicate that he did not choose one of the women. I believe it's insane that Grant wanted to get engaged in a week but didn't know who to propose to. I suppose this suggests he didn't actually love any of the women, but was caught up in the show's dream. I don't believe Grant was lying. Rather, the romance of the fantasy suites had heightened his emotions, clouding his judgment. When the Bachelor spirals out of control, we can always rely on his family to pull him back to reality. At the end of the episode, Grant gathered with his mother, Renee, father, Robert, and sister, Taylor, to discuss his final decision. Hopefully, when they meet in the next episode, they'll be able to assist him select between Juliana and Lisha. Grant stated to his family that he wasn't sure if he chose Juliana or Lisha. Robert advised him not to feel pressure, but Grant claimed that there was pressure because it was the most important week of his life. If he was closer to getting engaged to one girl over the other. He revealed that he felt one way when he was with them, but torn when he was away from them. He also mentioned that each partnership has a unique dynamic. Robert then questioned Grant how he would pick between Juliana and Lisha if he loved both of them, to which Grant said that he did not know yet. Grant acknowledged in his confessional that while he appeared cool and controlled, he was actually panicking out. Grant admitted that he was split between Juliana and Lisha and didn't know who his future wife would be. He stated that he had never been so indecisive in his life and to stay tuned for my demise. In my perspective, these remarks are a negative omen. A man should not be in this frame of mind before a proposal. Instead, he should be pleased and, more importantly, confident in himself. I'm scared that Grant's thinking will lead him to realize that he can't choose between Juliana and Lisha, and he'll end up alone. In the promos for the Bachelor Season 29 final, Grant stated that he could envision both Lisha and Juliana as his bride. He mentioned that he loved two ladies and that choose between them was impossible. The host, Jessa Palmer, was then shown telling him that he needed to know which woman to send to the final rose ceremony first. In his confessional, Grant stated that it was not natural to go into an engagement while still attempting to figure out who his person was. When a Bachelor producer informed Grant that they needed to go, he told him it was absurd. I agree with Grant that this is not a normal circumstance. I don't see how he can be so indecisive whether to propose to Juliana or Lisha. It's upsetting that he didn't make a clear decision, since it makes me wonder if his sentiments were genuine or if they were simply infatuation. Grant may have decided that the pressure was too much for him and quit the show on his own to avoid making a mistake and becoming engaged too soon. If he wasn't convinced, neither Lisha nor Juliana were the best fit for him. I'm scared that Grant's biggest fear may come true and that he'll end up alone due to his indecision about Juliana and Lisha. I also keep in mind that Grant isn't the only one who needs to make a decision about getting engaged. If the two women had discovered that he was unable to make up his mind, one or both of them could have chosen to leave him. I believe that if they realized how unsure he was, they would be insulted and would reconsider accepting his proposal. I'm curious if Grant got engaged to Juliana or Lisha, and if viewing the episode back had a bad effect on their relationship. I doubt either of them would be pleased to learn that he was so torn so close to their engagement. Grant could be alone if he split up before the After the Final Rose episode owing to his hesitation. Many people, including me, noted his uneasy body language at the end of his Women Tell All show, which could be another sign that he is alone now. I truly hope I'm incorrect about Grant being too stressed to choose between Juliana and Lisha during the last rose ceremony. I'd be extremely disappointed and sad if he ended up alone despite his strong desire to marry and have children. Grant has spent the majority of his life feeling alone, and it is past time for him to receive the love and support he deserves. I hope Grant proposed to Juliana or Lisha, she accepted, and they lived happily ever after. Although I'm looking forward to seeing the next season of The Golden Bachelor unfold, there are only a few short months before the season starts filming, which means we should be hearing news about who will take the lead soon. With so many contenders at play who don't meet all the criteria of what Bachelor Nation wants to see in a leading role, I'm wondering if there's another option to choosing someone who's already involved in the franchise. Personally, I think the lead of The Golden Bachelor Season 2 will be a fresh face rather than someone we've met before. Though this was a risk that the franchise took with Jerry that didn't entirely pay off, I feel strongly that it's the best route to take. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.